Come on.
What the fuck is that?
Those are
That's an Arceus.
Oh shit! It was just zoomed in. I didn't even realize. That's bomb. Hello, Arceus. Oh shit! He got his own game. Finally, pay respect to that man. Early 2022.
Okay. Early 2022.
Yo, that's two games pretty close together, my boy.
Yes, sir.
That's just a tad bit scary. So I was in Shofu's stream earlier today, watching the Pokemon Presents, waiting for some Pokemon presents, waiting for Delibird to hop out the Pokeball and give us some gifts. And he dropped some bombshells. They dropped some gifts. And I know people were spoiled on Twitter, some leaks came out, but I went in blind, completely blind, and that was amazing at the end. But even as happy as I am, as pleased as I am, I'm still very confused and have several questions, because as much as we saw, we didn't really see anything. To explain that, right? Let's look at the first new thing we got. So we got Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, and the new thing is that they're these Gen 4 remakes. So what new things they're bringing to the table is their Gen 4 remakes. So the new thing is their Gen 4 remakes, man. What do you need? You don't need anything new, man. They're Gen 4. It's Gen 4. So we weren't really presented with much that was new in these remakes. We watch the TV like how we do in the original games, and then it pans out and it reveals that we're going to be playing a different art style, more like Link's Awakening on the Switch, how it's top down like the original, which is all nice and dandy. The art style is cute, it's cool, the characters are a little iffy, but everything is nice. It's just that everything seems to be pretty much the same as it was in the original games, and that's not a bad thing. It's just that we haven't really seen much of what's new, and I can't really be mad at it because it's the first trailer, but at the same time, we get revealed new things all the time for our new generation remakes. For Heart Gold and Soul Silver, we were at least aware that we were going to be walking with our Pokemon before we got the game. For Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, we knew that we were going to have Mega Evolutions. For this game, I don't even know if we're going to have Pokemon past Gen 4. It's so one-to-one that I don't know if they're going to keep things the exact same all the way through, or if we're just going to get new things after the game, or if we're going to get them during the game. It didn't really show anything. And also, it kind of throws a wrench in my last video, just based off of the post game. Just because I don't think we're going to get Looker. It looks a lot like Diamond and Pearl remakes, not Platinum remakes. We might get a Platinum episode at the end. However, it doesn't look like Looker's going to be part of our main story like I thought he would be, which is a little bit of a disappointment. But it doesn't change what I've said in my last video too much. It's just that I don't want it to be so much of the same. I've already dealt with that with Pokemon Mystery Dungeon DX, and that was my own fault. I bought Pokemon Blue Rescue Team like 5 months before Pokemon Mystery Dungeon DX was announced, and I played through that. I played through like all of the Mystery Dungeon games at once, going in like linear timeline order, and as soon as like I finished that, Pokemon Mystery Dungeon DX drops, and I thought it was going to be like something different. Then it was revealed that it was just going to be Blue Rescue Team, Red Rescue Team mixed into one, but with a little bit of extra. Even then, it still showed there was going to be a little bit extra at the end. But so I purchased it. But at the same time, I played through it after having played through Blue Rescue Team already so soon after that, and I got bored. I got way too bored to finish the game. I finished the game, but I mean I got too bored to get to the new parts. And that is what I don't want to have happen to these games. Because for someone like me who has preserved their Diamond and Pearl copies and still plays them to this day, I know that it can get repetitive. It can get a little bit boring. Sometimes you need to take a break from it. And I know that even though there aren't people like me who have their hard copies, there are still people who emulate the games like once every now and again. And it just has to be a little bit more newness to the game. And that's all I want. That's something to reel me in. But other than that, it looks amazing. I'm not saying it, don't buy it. I don't know if it's for me. But for these other games, this Pokemon Legends Arceus looking good, but also not looking good. I saw that frame rate. That was
No, we're not gonna state the obvious.
Pokemon.
Nah, fuck it, I am. This game is shit in 10 FPS, bro. Oh my god! We're not gonna talk about it.
Okay, so we got Pokemon Legends Arceus, which is basically just feudal era Sinnoh, where you are going around and creating the first Pokedex, and it's completely open world, and you can go around, basically hide in the bushes, catch you a Pokemon in the wild, like real time, throw your ball, you're hiding in the grass, make sure no other Pokemon sees you, it shakes, you catch it or you don't, and then you battle with your Pokemon, and then that's it. It's Pokemon Legends Arceus. We don't see Arceus until the end, and where are we going with this? I don't know. I'm not saying that it's going to be a bad game. I just don't know what's in store. They only showed that it's going to be us going around in different mountain areas, and I love that. It's just that there were no people, there were no cities, buildings. I don't know what the plot of the story is going to be, and so I can't really comment too much on it. But at the same time, my only worry with this is that it's coming out early 2022, and that is a little worrying to me, because our remakes are coming out in 2021 at the end of the year, and I know 2 different teams are working on both games. But at the same time, that means you split up your teams. You know, you got to take some time and go all in on these games. And if you don't, you're just going to end up with something that ended up being rushed, like how Sword and Shield was, like how X and Y was, like how, I guess, Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire wasn't really rushed. They just didn't want to put in the Battle Frontier, which is egregious in my opinion, but you know, that's fine. My point being, you need all the time you can get, and we will let you have it if you give us a great game. Like, fans aren't going to complain if you say, hey, we need to take some time. I'm sorry, we must delay. And if you don't need to, that's fine. But at the same time, we all saw 2 FPS Chingling. We all saw that. We saw Shinx glitching, waving his tail. We saw Chibchar struggling to bob his head around. You gotta take your time with it. And I know the game footage is not final. I know this. It's just, I'm worried. That's it. I don't want this to be a game that just looks good on the Switch Pro. If we ever get a Switch Pro, I want it to be a good game all around. I want it to have good content. I want it to have good plot. I want it to have good story, good looking battles, good animations, good graphics, all of that. I want y'all to put the works on it. Do your best, but don't rush. Take your time. We will be okay. If you take your time, it is not that big of a deal to get it out at this date, I assure you. But that's basically all I have to say for Pokemon Legends Arceus. I can go in about these remakes. I have several questions, but I guess I'll save them for other videos. If you like what you've seen, leave a like. If you want to leave a comment, talk that talk. I'll catch you guys on the flip side.